Hello, everyone. I'm Chester44, and welcome to this Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights. Last episode, we finished up with Wanev's Tower, happened to find the fourth of the escaped prisoners, and through that, managed to find the fifth, and saved Shaldrissa from him. That was not pleasant what happened to her. Now, it's time to look through this farms area on the South Road, which is still heading east. So, let's do some looking around, see what we can find. Maybe we'll learn something around here. Right now, all I'm seeing are a bunch of cows. Thought I saw someone walking around here earlier, though. Ah, I was right. There's someone. Pete O'Deal.
Greetings.
What can an old farmer do for you, my lord? What's your name? Me? I'm Farmer O'Deal, but you can just call me Pete if you like. And who might you be? You may call me Ken Daniels. Well, I've been having some trouble around the farm as of late, Ken Daniels. Do you think you might be able to help me out? Depends, what kind of trouble? There are some dire wolves in the hills that have taken to preying on my herd. The pack's led by a big she-wolf I've taken to calling Silverback. I swear I'll pay 300 gold to have her head. She's already taken down 2 of my cattle, and left to her own devices, she'll clear the whole herd. Sure, that sounds like something I can do. That be true. Well, I won't hold my breath till I see you returning with old Silverback's head, but the help's appreciated. Until then, need anything else? Where do I find these wolves again? Oh, there's a cave entrance just beyond the topmost waterfall. That's where they den. Now, is there anything else, or are you going to bring me the head you promised? I'll be back after I find the wolf. That's good to hear. Return when you have the head, and I'll give you the reward. Sure thing. But we're also going to look around in here. And, okay, we can't go into the barn. Good to know. That must be the path we take in order to get there. I'm just going to take a look in his house first.
I shall
Trapped,
do as you ask.
but we can bash our way in.
It is done.
Some coins. Let's take a look in here.
I greet you.
What fancy having a good lord like you in my own house. Could I ask you some questions? I'd be happy to answer a question or two. What do you want to know? I'm curious about some recent events. You're not here regarding Pete and the wolves, are you? Yes, the wolves. What can you tell me about them? They moved in a few weeks ago and have been a terror ever since. My husband, Pete, he's too busy fretting about the cattle to sleep. Maybe I can help. Know anything else about it? You'd best talk with my husband, Pete. He's probably out watching the herd as we speak. Actually, I'm hunting down a cult. A cult? Goodness me, what would you expect an old farm wife to know of that? We're good, hard-working folk out here. No foolish cult would get far with us. How many of you live here? Oh, it's a small house, sure enough, but it's home. Pete built it before we got married, and our darling Constance grew up in it and is with us still. How is Constance? Not wise enough to be a woman yet, but she'll get there. She means well enough. I was a young spitfire in my day too, you know. Alright. Anything interesting going on in these parts? Other than Peter and the wolves, there's not much to say, really. What do you have in mind? I'd be interested in work if you know of anything. A helpful hand is always appreciated around here. You should talk to Pete. Anything? Are there any other places you think I should stop by here? Maybe by Ingo's place. His wife and I were so close before her passing. Something of him died with her, though. He's lost his spark. Is there something else you want to know? Can I ask you some directions? Where do you want to go? Where does the East Road lead? Oh, the East Road leads past Ingo's fields and into the Charwood. Just us Ingo. It's not a place meant for the living to tread. Alright, goodbye. Safe journeys then. Perhaps we'll speak again. Some ice bullets. I think that's... yeah, that is what I have. Okay. A few other things to look at. I'm not going to bother with the candelabras. I think it just turns them on and off. Constance O'Deal.
Well, hello there.
Well, a handsome stranger in the bedroom of a farmer's daughter. I wonder where such an encounter could lead. What do you mean by that? Surely you know the story of the farmer's daughter and... oh, never mind. Why must I always be surrounded by simpletons? I'm not simple. I was merely trying to give you a chance to act more like a proper young lady. Oh, how embarrassing. Sorry about that. So, how can I help you? Who are you? I'm Constance O'Deal, the prettiest girl for miles around. Also the only girl for miles around, but that's another story. What can I do for you? I'm investigating some recent events you might be aware of. I might. What events are you referring to? Do you know anything about the cult that spreads plague in Neverwinter? On our last trip to Port Last, I heard a woman telling about how awful the plague had been. Don't know much about the cult, but they sound horrible. You're sure you don't know anything about the cult? It gets pretty isolated out here. A girl will do just about anything for a bit of excitement, but any news there is usually about the weather, a new calf, or a good harvest. I saw a cave up past those waterfalls. Do you know anything about it? Oh, that's the den of those wretched wolves. Wolves? Are they a threat? They've killed 2 cows already this season. You can ask me Pa about it if you're really interested. He's been watching them like a hawk. Can I ask you some directions? Where's the east road lead? Nowhere really, just into Charwood, and I haven't seen anyone head that way in years. It's funny how the road never seems to grow over, though. Is there a place to buy equipment nearby? Around here, don't hold your breath. If we can't make it or grow it ourselves, we have to trek all the way to Port Last to find it. Alright, goodbye. Very well then, perhaps we'll speak again. Indeed. Come, Dalen, let us leave and deal with their wolf problem. Because it really does seem like wolves are something that are a huge problem around this regularly. And we found wards, and it looks like they just killed another cow. There's another wolf up there. Can we kill this one just by reaching it? No, I need to pull out the bow. Alright, use up our precious arrows to kill this wolf. There we go. It looks like they actually dropped some remains. Wolf pelts. While a little nicked and scarred, this wolf pelt still looks like it could fetch a fair price. Yeah, what the hell. South Road Cave. Okay, then. Well, here's a bunch of wargs and dire wolves. You know what? Turn on the power attack.
Rage of the Red Tiger, unleash!
Morden Kanan's sword. I think we're going to be able to get a fair number of pelts out of all this. I mean, it's something. Although, really, I don't know how valuable these are. Maybe they have value to them? I don't know. Ah, Silverback's over there. So in that case, we'll go around this way. Jeez, get over here. Barkskin potion. Oh, I ran past a bunch of them. I didn't even realize. There's a corpse here. With an unidentified large shield. Large shield plus 2. Okay, not bad. Another wolf pelt. I mean, I don't know how valuable these pelts are. Maybe they have value to them. Maybe. I mean, they're not that heavy, I don't think. They're how heavy? Half a pound. They just take up a lot of space.
For the Oath Guards!
Alright, Dalen, go ahead. I don't know what you're... Okay, obviously you're fighting more wolves. Why would I not know that you're fighting more wolves? Of course you're fighting more wolves. What else would be down here? Also, I just realized we have taken a lot of damage. These wolves are actually very tough. Okay, we're going to have to rest up here. I did not realize. I would have died here and not realized it. Jeez. How did that happen?
I shall do as you ask.
Yeah, Bashi's open. Really? You missed? Ooh, Ray's dead. And what the hell? I'll put it in this box. I think it's about the same as Resurrection there. Don't know what the difference is, though. Can't remember, anyway. And a piece of Alexandrite, and... there's some more of those things. The hides. Pelts. Whatever. Because it might have value. I don't know how much, but... I'm starting to wonder if it's really worth it. Alright, take a look down here.
Make the
Dire
fight
wolves.
count. It will be your last.
Unable to reach. He's right there! Alright, got some rubble here. Dalen, get back here! I don't want you attacking those yet. Man, we're going to get a lot from wolf pelts. Alright, we got a loot bag here with a topaz, corpse here with what? Giant's bane, pile of stones and some barrels over here. Nothing in there. Owl's wisdom. Huh. Didn't expect to find that. Healer's kit. Alright, let's move on. Investigate this corpse for a sec. +2 light points.
Now see what a true warrior looks like.
One here. And another one there. Think I don't see you? I see you. Man, there's a large wolf pack in here. I think we were almost cleared out, though. Another wolf pelt. Sure, what the hell. This'll help us out. Probably should have taken it sooner. There's Silverback.
The Oath Guards!
Who enters my den? Holy crap, Silverback talks? You have bested me. What do you want? I did not expect this. I show my throat to you. Sink your teeth into it. It is yours. You talk, do you? And answer my questions. As you wish, manling. Where did you learn to talk? My mother served a manling ranger. He taught me your foolish tongue when I was still a pup. Who is this ranger? Nobody. He is dead. He sent my mother to fight a demon just so he could run away. I killed him with my own teeth. It is bad enough to serve a manling, but it is worse to serve a coward. That I face you here should be proof that I'm no coward. I will not follow you, manling, if that is what you have come to ask. Simply a favor, that's all I ask. Your courage has earned you that much. I will not follow you, but you may ask something else of me. I need you to stop hunting the cattle. And no people, either. Their flesh is the best I've tasted in many years, but I will do as you ask. There are enough deer about for us to live on. Okay. Good, then. We actually managed to negotiate with a wolf. Sure, why not? That happened. Yeah, okay. Sure. You know, I'm sure that would be a really good option if I happen to be a ranger or a druid, but you know what? I'll take it. Alright, let's turn in the quest. So that's dealt with. There he is. Oi, Pito Deal. I have news for you.
Greetings.
Well, I didn't kill Silverback, but I did speak with her. You what? Who might argue? I've been known to talk to my cows on occasion. Still, wolves are predators. What makes you think they'll stop? She gave me her word. She'll stick to it. Very well, then. It may be against my better judgment, but I suppose I trust you. I assume the 300 gold we discussed is sufficient. That'll do, Pete. That'll do. Thank you for your help, then. With the she-wolf gone, the rest of the pack should be easy enough to scatter. It's appreciated. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to make a trip to Port Last to restock the herd. Thank you again, my lord. Gladly. And just so I don't have my, my bag's so frickin' full, I'm just going to sell all these. 21 GP for all that. 21 apiece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 at 20 gold apiece? About 260, a little more than that. Wasn't really worth it. Not in my opinion, anyway. So let's go take a look further east. Keep exploring around this place. There is another farm that we can look in. Oh. Oh, hello!
Looks like your bait has gone through the hands.
Jahil, quick, close in on them. Oh yeah, that woman. One who asked us, hey, save my kid from the bandits. Yeah, turns out it was a trap. Ooh, a scimitar. And a letter to Neva. Can drop that key. What's this letter say? Neva, our efforts with the Orc clans and Uthgard tribes continue, and we are close to a breakthrough. The resulting army, already strong, should be enough to bring about the new and holy empire. Not all is as smooth as hoped, however, as some meddlers are proving to be of small but growing concern to our cause, interrupting our search for the artifact in Charwood, the Neverwinter Wood, and the Ogre Caves north of Port Last. I have already sent Solomon against these interlopers, but he has failed. If you should fail, I will have to take Vardok from his current test and set him upon them. In other words, do not fail. Malgrim Korathir. Well, we kind of killed him already, so... Surprise! Did that out of order. Anyway, let's keep looking around here. Got a ledge up here, and a farm down there to investigate. Sure, why not? Sure we'll find something around here. Then we'll be heading to Charwood, which is a very interesting place from what I remember. Peaceful farm. Truth be told. Barrel here. Barrel there. Alright, let's speak with this Ingo guy outside here first.
Hello.
A good morning for fieldwork, wouldn't you say, my lord? Could I ask you some questions? I suppose you could. What is it you want to know, my lord? I'm curious about some recent events. Aye, that seems a reasonable enough thing to ask after. That cult preying on Neverwinter, know anything about it? A week or so ago, my son said he met a seedy-looking fellow heading into the Charwood. My son said hello, and the man said some rude things. He's as good as gone then, I suppose. Did anything else stand out about him? Other than the fact that no one travels to Charwood, no. That forest is haunted, so people who know generally steer clear. Actually, I'm more interested in local affairs. Other than Pete O'Deal's trouble with the wolves, it's been pretty quiet around these parts. Grass grows, wind blows, nothing much of consequence. You've still got more troubles, don't you? I can tell. Who's Pete O'Deal? Pete is a farmer across the way. Mary and my wife were best friends from birth till the day she passed away. I've known the O'Deals since we first started courting. They're good folk. Pete's farm's been beset by wolves lately. How long have you farmed here? Since I was a young man, I suppose. The farm came with the wife, bless her soul. Her parents homesteaded the place, but that's a story in itself. Anything interesting about these parts? Oh, my father-in-law told me a few tales from when he first cleared the land to settle here. Tell me one of your father-in-law's tales. See where the field stops and the woods begin? My father-in-law said to... never... Oh, now of all the stories, what possessed me to tell this one? Come now, telling me won't do any harm. Well, if you start a story, you'd better finish it, they say. The trees beyond that line, that's Charwood territory, and no place for the living. You can cut down 100 of those trees, but when you wake up the next morning, they'll all be standing again like they'd never known the blade. Something about those woods don't take well to change. Word is there's a village of lost souls in there somewhere, and people who go there never leave. My father-in-law warned me never to go in there, and I've told my boy the same. You'd be wise to do likewise. Now, is there anything else? Can I ask you directions? Actually, no. Goodbye. Safe journeys then. I'll be here in the fields if you ever feel like stopping by to chat. Well, how about we... Oh, hold on. Anything in the wagon? Gold piece and a sapphire. Alright. Now, is there anything in here? Farmer Ingo's house. Oh, we got a bookshelf here. Chest of drawers over there. Nothing in the bookshelf of use. Anything in the chest of drawers? Some coins.
I shall do as you ask.
Alright, bash it open. Anything
Taste
in the
my
armoire?
Uthgar's blood!
Huh. Well, I wonder why this Eric locked himself in his room.
Hi there.
Hey, who do you think you are, barging into a man's room like that? The door was locked for a reason. Who are you? I'm Eric, Ingo's son. Now, that's as polite as I'm going to be until you tell me why you broke into my room. I was just exploring. An adventurer, are you? Well, go explore somewhere else, will you? Whatever your reason for being here, you can turn around and leave, unless you have something important you want. What do you know of the cultists who beset Neverwinter? We don't hear much out here. I saw a suspicious-looking fellow take the road to Charwood a week back or so, though. Maybe he was one. Can't really tell you much else. I'm sorry, but I've got other things on my mind right now. Is there anything else you need? What other things are on your mind? Could sure use a favor right now, and maybe you're a man who can help. Interested in the details? Tell me about this favor. My pa might have told that I've been feeling a little down lately. Well, he doesn't even know the half of it. Sure, I'm a little heartbroken, but... It's that tease, Constance O'Deal. She knows she has me wrapped around her little finger, so all she does is toy with me. Such a fool. She wanted to see me ma's brooch, so I brought it over for her. Now the witch won't give it back. Forget my stupid heart. If I don't get that brooch back, Pa will have my hide instead. What's so important about the brooch? It's all me Pa has left to remind him of my ma. All the things to show Constance. I ought to have stuck with wildflowers. So do you think you could get the brooch? I'll reward whoever brings it to me as well as I can. I promise. What would your ma think about this? If she were still alive, she probably would have given the brooch to Constance long ago. But Ma's not still alive, see? That's the problem. Can't you just buy the brooch from her? You don't know Constance. I don't know if anyone does. It's not money she's after. She just wants to see me beg. Well, I won't do it. See, she has to learn that people's hearts aren't just toys to be played with. Please, I'll reward you for the brooch, I promise. Tell me about Constance. Her hair's the color of corn silk. Her laugh's like the waterfall. Her eyes are as blue as the sky. Her heart, though, is sprung like a bear trap. And thanks to a fool like me, she now has me ma's brooch. I'll reward whoever brings it back to me, I swear. Maybe we can turn the tables. I'll flirt with her. She'd be all over someone like you. Oh, very well. You're sure you're just trying to get the brooch back, right? Sure, I'll do it. Will you? She's Farmer Odil's daughter, the one who keeps cattle up by the waterfalls. Do whatever it takes to get me ma's brooch back, short of laying a finger on her. Look at me. I still worry for her even now. Goodbye. Return to me with the brooch and you shall have your reward. Yeah, I think we can do that. So help me, I never thought I'd actually say this in a Let's Play, but let's try and turn on the charm. Oh, who am I kidding? I have no fucking charm. Pardon the crudeness. Alright, let's get up there, speak with Constance, get it back. Right over here. We did speak with her once. Alright, Constance, let us speak.
Well, hello there.
I want to speak with you about Eric's brooch. He told you about that, huh? Well, I tried to get him to leave me alone, but he persisted. I told him there was never going to be a relationship between us, but he wouldn't listen. I was going to give it back to him, if he promised to leave me alone, but now I need it. The gold I can get for selling it might help Pa replace the cows killed by the wolves. Be reasonable. Ingo treasures that brooch because it reminds him of his wife. That may be so, but it will also fetch a fine price in Port Last. Enough to buy a couple head of cattle to replace those killed by the wolves of late. Money? That's all this means to you. Look, my ma and his ma were best friends before she passed on. If she would have known we were struggling, she'd have been happy to give it. For but a peasant's brooch, you'll have my undying love. All the love in the world won't buy a head of cattle, but you sure are a sweet talker. But I'm the one who used that trick on Eric, remember? Look, 250 gold would buy us a healthy bull. Let us rebuild the herd. If you have any pity in you, you'll give at least that, please. Why is the herd so important? My pa's a cattle rancher, and a good one too. Without a proper herd, though, we've got nothing. There wouldn't even be food on the table. Fine, 250? Deal. Give me a second, I have the brooch right here in my pocket. Here it is, and I hope that fool Eric has learned not to give his heart so freely. Is there anything else I can do for you? Nothing, goodbye. Fare you well, then. Perhaps we'll speak again. So, she wasn't so much a slut as it was he was desperate? You know, I did remember that this area happened to have two farms with two people who I thought were in love. I thought it was going to lead to from what I remembered there was some sort of brooch or necklace or something like that, and I thought it led to what's it called? Why am I blanking on it? That freaking Shakespeare story of... How am I blanking on the name so badly? You know what I'm talking about. Romeo and Juliet, that's it. I thought this was a Romeo and Juliet story that happened in here. 2 farms and other areas, but I guess I remembered wrong. Oh well. Eric.
Hi there.
How goes the search? Have you recovered the brooch, or is there something else I can do for you? I have the brooch. How did you ever manage to convince her? Actually, never mind. I probably don't want to know. Now, about that reward you mentioned. You've been a good friend to a poor soul down on his luck. Here you go. 650 gold pieces in exchange for the brooch. That's a lot of money. Are you sure you can afford it? It's money I've made off my own plot of land. I was saving it to marry Constance someday, but that would have been a foolish venture, I'm afraid. Thanks. It was a joy to help. But now I must take my leave. Me pa was getting worried I never run those errands for him. Of course. And it is time we took our leave as well. And it's time I also took my leave. We've completed our missions here, our quests, and everything we had to do, and we've explored everything there is to explore around here. Now, the only thing we have left to do is to head into Charwood itself. I've heard a story there, something about the Charwood. It's haunted, or cursed, or something. I do remember the story that happens in there very well, and it is a very interesting tale. Probably one of the best, in my opinion. Anyway, next episode we will head into Charwood and learn what there is to do in there. Till then, I'm Chester44, that is Ken Daniels and Dalen Red Tiger. This has been a Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights, and I shall see you all next time.